Hello, welcome to Wednesday, January 17th, pre-market observation. Let me double check everything to make sure it's running properly. It should, but I can never just take it for granted because the few times that I ignore checking, I find out later that the stream didn't work correctly on YouTube. So give me a second here. Let me go into it. Look like it's gonna be another red day. Okay, so should not be a surprise. I have TLT up as a first thing, and if TLT stay below 95 and potentially going even lower, then I might be reacquiring all of the TLT share that I got assigned and sold um, 2 months ago. God, time flew. Okay, it's amazing to think about November is literally 2 months ago. But yeah, I got assigned 600 shares of my TLT from 96 to 100. And ever since then, I did some uh, bull call spread that worked. Some will fail next week. I saw a ton of naked puts along the way, and look like I might get some of them back, if not all of them back by Friday, which I am fine with that. If I sold 600 of those shares of my share from 96 to 100 and reacquire them at an average cost of like 94.5 ish, I'm not gonna complain because I think in about 3 to 6 months I will make good money on those, potentially 10%. That's my expectation. Sure, not a surprise, right? To see 98 to 100 as a profit taking zone, and now we're into support, right? So let's revisit back so that for those that new and haven't seen what's going on with the bond market. Let's go back. This is what TLT did in the last recession. For those that forgot or too young, too new to remember, the recession of 2008 started in December of 2007. See the data here, January 2008, the recession started in December of 2007. Look at what TLT did. Okay, so if you follow me last year, I basically told everyone that thought TLT is somehow gonna be magically ramped from 90 to 120 to be delusional. They don't know what they're talking about. They haven't followed history. See this red mark right here? Yes, the recession started in December of 2007. For those that follow, let me put a big comparison up here. This is basically repeating what I have done at least a few times already, but there are quite a few new subscribers to my channel over the last couple of weeks. And I doubt people go back in history and watch what I said or what I shown 2 months or 3 months or 6 months ago. Let's compare it to the S&P 500, okay, over the same time frame. You see that? That's what the S&P 500 did. And if you put on the percentage, let me put on the percentage. Okay, the S&P 500. There you go. This red line right here that's when the Fed start to cut rate. right? Yes, that's how late the Fed was. The Fed is always late to the party. Whether raising rate or cutting rate, always late because they are bad data dependent. The two words that you hear on TV often when the Fed talk about what they're doing, what they plan to do, what they did, is they are very data dependent. But what they should revise and everybody should add to what they say is they rely on bad data dependence. Okay, it's ridiculous. It's lagging data, outdated methods of collecting data, too old, too outdated, too arrogant, too ignorant, too everything to change the way they do things. So they're always behind. So yes, back then they didn't cut rate until September 18 of 2008, 9 months behind. What happened between December of 2007 and 9 months later? Corporate earning was declining. That's why the S&P 500 was declining. Okay. By that point, it's declined roughly 17%. 17%. TLT traded in a range, a very tight range, okay, back 88 to 98 basically. And then after the Fed cut rate, of course, the Fed accelerated cutting rate 3 months into starting to cut rate because the economy was crashing. Okay. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So that's when TLT spiked. So we could have almost the exact same playbook this recession, as far as things start to go bad in December, and then it might take all the way until September for the Fed to say, oh, wait a minute, we messed up so bad, the economy is crashing, right? So keep that in mind. There is delusional thinking that somehow TLT is going to go ramping up. No, TLT ramped up after the Fed start to cut rates. So stop the nonsense. It's okay to invest in TLT and collect your 3%, whatever. I don't mind doing that, okay? But at the same time, I'm trading. I'm a swing trader. I have my core position in TLT, and I trade a lot of TLT over the last year and a half, okay? So it's not something, I'm the last person to tell you that buy TLT now because you're gonna get 25% return in 2 months. No, if we get 25% return in TLT in the next 3 months, that means that the economy is completely falling apart. Okay, do I see that? No, I don't see that. Okay, so keep that in mind. So when I talk about TLT, understand my expectation. I'm a trader. I'm not predicting that TLT is going to do something huge like 25% run. All right, that's yet to come. For those that follow the bank earning from Bank of America, as you know, for those that follow me, I already blow out my position. I have a very tiny position left on KRE, very tiny. You're talking um, not even less than 10% of what I had before. But as far as Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, all that stuff, I'm out. Right, I'm out. I sold on the way up and I got stopped out on the remaining, so I'm out. If you read the report of the banks, it's not good. I might make a separate video later to go over Bank of America, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, but delinquency is picking up fast. Not just picking up, they're picking up fast, okay? So consumers are walking away from paying their debt. All right, so let's go real quick. I try to put on my bear trade, but the market, as usual, I'm a day late. I'm a day late. when it comes down to trying to short the market. I tried to short the market back at the end of the year, right? For those that remember. And then of course the market did this, and then the market did this, and I'm like, okay, let's try to put on another short, and then the market did this. So once again, I just gotta be, one step ahead. Seem like I'm a one day. I decided I want to short the market last Friday, and I did try to put the trade on, just as I did try to put the trade on at the end of the year, but that's what happened. I don't chase a trade. When I put in a trade, especially a bull, a spread, any kind of option spread, I don't chase it. I don't adjust the price up and down to trying to get it to trigger, to trying to get the order to exercise. I put in an order with in mind what I want to pay for a spread, and if it didn't happen, it didn't happen. All right, it is what it is. But I think the market is in trouble. It's in trouble. Okay, DIA, I wouldn't buy here. No. SPY, I wouldn't buy here either. Right. I'm more likely to short the SPY on a bounce. Okay, I'm gonna set my alert so I don't miss it. Okay, if I see 476, let's set an alert. If I see 476, I'm gonna go in there and look to short. By short, for those that are new here, bear put spread. Right? I don't do naked put short. I don't buy a put. I do bear put spread. Right? I tend to do more spread than naked options, just because I like to control my risk. Right? Bear time. Okay. All right. QQQ. Would I do it? Yeah, the answer is yes, but where? It would have to be for, I'm gonna set my alert at 410. I have an order in there, but the way I do good to cancel order with bear spread is I put in some ridiculous limit price on it so that it's not ever gonna strike. But at least the order is in there, so when I get the alert, then I go to my order and revise the price to something that's more reasonable. That's how I play these things. So if I see 410, I get the alert and look to do my play. Because the SMH is booming, which I'm looking to do something there as well. It's crazy. Okay, I trim some more NVIDIA. I will look to trim more NVIDIA should it get anywhere near 570. It's crazy. All right, I'm glad I still have some share, and I will keep on trimming. Nothing wrong there to take the profit. But yeah, how high can SMH go? Can SMH go to 190? It sounds crazy, but hey, trust the process, right? You get the channel. Okay, you get the channel. So can it get there? Possibly. Let's peel back 3 years to see where we are. My God. Yeah, my God. See, I didn't draw the channel here, but you can see there's a channel down, right? Channel up, breaking the channel. This was a scary move here when it broke this uptrend, but then it get back into the channel with NVIDIA and AMD leading the way. Even Qualcomm. But no, I'm not chasing it here. All right, so no dice. Let's go into the area that is not so good right now. Of course, go with the TLT under pressure. Gold is also under pressure. GDX is also under pressure. I will add. I have a couple of naked puts on GDX, which I will add at 28 as well as 28.5. I will take my position up significantly and I will take it. I don't mind. Okay, that's the thing. Gold was also another play that I did not expect to get rich next month. Okay, it's a long-term play. So it's GDX. We are. Can we get down to the 27.5 level? Yeah, it can get down there. It can fill the gap, right? I will add more. Okay, this is not a hard thing to do. Not a hard thing to do. I'm I add very little GLD. I have been building up GDX a lot more because I think GDX is gonna provide the bigger bang in the next 3 to 6 months. But gold is up there. Okay, it's short. It has come down a little bit, but if you look at the gold chart, okay, look, it's near the all-time high. It's short. It's off by 3% ish, but still, it's way up there. And yeah, it's nothing to be scared. Okay, it's of course, if you don't believe that the economy is in trouble, you may have a different belief. Since we're talking about gold, what about um, well, let's run through the gamut of things that uh, I was bearish, and I think for those that stay, hey, nobody could have foreseen or expected the double whammy on Boeing, right? They have bad news and then they have more bad news, which I did not know, right? So I closed it out. I closed out my spread already because one thing about a bear spread is once the stock is lower than both of the puts that you put in, it's pointless to keep it, right? So that's what I did. I closed it out once it get below my level. But if you have it, I think it's time to turn the table and go bullish. Okay, if you have you short, right? For sure, take you know take the gain. Can it go down to the gap fill? Yeah, that's a sure sign. To me, it now is a time to think about going long. I would look to sell a bull put spread down here, like in the 185 range. Okay, if I would I nibble share at 196 at the gap fill? Yes. Okay, I put in an order already. I think it's the like I said, I play both sides of the market. Okay, I was bearish here, rightfully so, and then I'm gonna turn bullish down here at the gap fill. The problem they have will go away, and then people will put money in there. It's a no-brainer. Okay, to me, that's one of the no-brainers. Okay, COF. Uh, I closed this out already, but I think I won't go now. If there is any kind of rip higher for whatever silly reason, I will put on the bear spread again. Okay, because no, no, not a chance. Okay, AXP, if you have it, looking good, you should looking to take your profit there as well, right? JPM, same thing, right? Same thing. What a head fake! What a head fake on earning! Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, pain. Take it. Goldman Sachs. Be careful. If you bought into Goldman Sachs earning, I don't like it. Okay. If Goldman Sachs continue to have strength, I will look to do a bear spread and I will make a video to talk about it. But for now, I'm watching it. If I see anything into 385, yeah, I'm doing a bear spread. But right now, it look like it's pulling back in pre-market. So that was nonsense. The earning was not anything to be smiling about. Morgan Stanley, yeah, banks are in trouble. Wells Fargo, ugly. Okay, KRE, yeah, you don't want to be in this right now. Please, people, please. Okay, please. If you do anything with KRE, sell a put spread where if you're willing to own some share, 47, 43, yeah. If you want to be safer, go 45, 40 down here. That's what I would do. I would rather go a month out and do something like a 44, 40, using the 100 and 200 as my last line of defense because it's gonna slice right through. Okay, I mentioned about Schwab. I have not taken a position yet. Okay, I sold it. I have a small position and I trimmed. I got out. Would I get back in? Maybe, but right now banks are not doing good. Okay, XLF, no way. Banks ETF, no, 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 no. See, this is the one that I should have short. I completely forgot about it. I was focusing on individual financial, but to me, that was another easy one to do last week, right? It would have been easy to do 37, 34. Okay. If I see any kind of pop above 36, I might put on a 36, 33 kind of play. Tight range. But yeah, XLF, not a chance. Let's talk healthcare. That was pretty ugly for a couple of days. Still, the less risky one now is UNH, United Health, because they already reported earning. Okay, the one thing that I hate about a sector that got hit for whatever reason is when the first company come out there with bad earning, everybody get hit. So when UNH come out with earnings, Elevance, Humana get hit almost as bad. And then when they report earning later, if the number is not good for whatever reason, they get hit again. So you got the double, the triple whammy compared to UNH. UNH go down now, but let's put this to test. Okay, I will bring back this topic. If Humana and ELV report earning in a week or two, and the market dislike it, it wouldn't shock me if UNH come down less or even go green. It's crazy. It's one of those things where you want to be the first one out the door, right? When it comes down to earnings, you want to be the first. Because if you're out first, think about this. If you're out first and you have great earnings and your stock go up, when your competitor come out later and also have good earning, you get the double pump, right? So it's work. It's trust me. I will try to remember to put this topic into future video on next earning, but keep in mind whenever ELV and Humana report earning, I will see how their earnings will impact UNH prices. But for now, yeah, I like UNH down here. I sold put spread again. I lost a little bit on the put spread last week, minimal pain. Thankfully, the put spread I put on UNH on the dump balance out the loss. Yeah, UNH, no, nothing to hate here. Okay, nothing to love either, because right now, after a dump like that, you don't want. Did I buy a few shares? Yes, I did, but I'm not gonna go gung ho into a big position here. I have a very small exposure to healthcare right now, very small. I had much bigger exposure last year or 2 years ago, but right now very small. But for now, yeah, it's. I'm watching. I sold put spread. Okay, I'm not saying I'm not in it. I'm in it by doing put spread below. I'm not buying a whole lot of share. Okay, so UNH is my favorite right now compared to everything else. Compared to ELV, still don't like ELV is still the least attractive of the big three for me, just because of where it is. It's it's up there into resistance, and it can fail any one of these supporting pretty easily and slice right down to can I see ELV slice right down to the 454 level? Yeah, this trend line, it can easily, okay, the way these moves, it's a $25 move, it's a $20 move, it can go down there in a hurry. Okay, so be careful. um, let's talk about Fang. Okay, let's do Fang. Meta, would I trim more? Yeah, if I get anywhere near 377, but for now I'm okay. I'm okay holding. Okay, I'm not adding, not doing anything. Google, would I trim at 146 and above? Yeah, not adding, not chasing. Microsoft, I trim 394. I got an order in. I had a bunch of order in. Okay, to trim at 389 all the way to 395. I think before the market opened yesterday. But then when I saw the strength in pre-market, I revised all those sales order to 394 to 400, and only one trigger, which is fine. I don't mind holding on to my Microsoft here. I do. It's top three of my tech exposure that I want. I want Microsoft, Google, and Meta. That's my top three. I don't have anything on Apple. I have a little bit on Amazon, nothing on Tesla, and some Nvidia. Nvidia is the least of my top four tech. I only have four of the Max 7. Okay, so Amazon, it's I did trim at 156, I believe, was the last time I trimmed anything, and yeah, nothing, no adding here, nothing, small position. Nvidia, I already talked about that. Tesla, now Tesla. Okay, I talk about how I dislike Tesla for a long time, since I think November, I believe. If you go back, for those that remember how I talk about Tesla since November, I said no, nothing here to like. I sold put spread last week for the first time. Luckily, I sold it at 215, 210, and that expired worthless. And then last Friday, I sold 195, 190. Yeah, that's how far below I am playing. Okay, so just because I'm not hating on Tesla anymore in the last 2 weeks on this nasty retreat does not mean that I want to own it above 200. Can it test this ref low? Last time it filled the gap, it bounced. Okay, can I see it come down to 205 again? Absolutely. That is very. That's a hip and a scar. It's a skip away. Okay, a hop and a skip away from Tesla. The way it moves. So be careful. Be careful if you want to nibble on some share of Tesla. I said that would be the first spot that I would not mind buying a share, but I rather uh, you know do a put spread down here, because to me it's easier to own Tesla below 200. Okay, yeah. If you want to be safe, the channel low. Okay, there's a channel potentially at 164. Yeah, that's 165. That's how crazy Tesla can go down. Okay, so Tesla is very volatile. Okay, very volatile. So go back 3 years, look at that. It's literally below where it was 3 years ago. So once again, this should remind people: buy and hold doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work. Stop it. I'm a holder. I'm a hodler. Yeah. If you buy into Tesla 3 years ago, welcome to 0% return or even negative. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Palantir. Would I add to Palantir? The answer is yes. Yeah, I still like Palantir here. look like it's going to be a retreat and like pre-market. I might throw out a small order to add more at 16 something, right? It's like I said, it's I'll probably do say 16.2. Yeah, Reflow, put in 16.2. Might even sell a naked put again at 15. I have two puts right now, a put spread and a put um, at 15. So yeah, it's making money slowly, reducing my average cost. But would I buy a few share at 16.2? Yeah, I would. I don't have a lot of shares, nowhere near what I want to own. So Palantir, I would not mind adding there. I'm watching DGX on this nasty pullback. I'm liking it. Would I buy at 131? I think I'm going to sell a naked. They only have monthly options, Okay, so it's very hard to play option here. But I did sell a naked put at 130 for a few pennies for lunch money, because I'm like, hey, if it get down to 130, would I buy 100 share? Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. LH also retreat, but yeah, I prefer DGX a whole lot more. Okay, a whole lot more. Speaking of that, let's talk about pharma. Eli Lilly. Would I trim more? Yes. Where? Anything back to 647, 650? Yeah. Crazy. Right now, my exposure on Eli Lilly is the smallest since I saw a lot on this move, and I've been trading, adding, trimming, adding, trimming, adding, trimming, and then I've been trim. That's all I've been doing. Okay, so it's small. It's getting smaller and smaller, which is fine. JSK. I still have a little bit left, not much. I have like maybe 10%, something small. Yeah, it's been a great run. Hey, buying down here, selling up there, right? The zone. Pfizer, nothing new. Okay, it's whatever. It's not even worth talking. Move on. FV. Running out of steam. I would not want to chase it here. So if you have it, hopefully you set your stop. I would not give up much more. Okay, because it's a lot. You would be hating yourself to see this thing back to the 154 range. 4%, 3%, 4% low. Yeah, this thing can pull back easily to the 148 range. Okay, easily. And the way FV move, have you seen this before? Yeah, look, in 6 weeks. Can it do the same thing in 6 weeks? Yeah. It has been doing it a long time. Let's go back 3 years, okay? This range here for the last year and a half, okay? Let's extend this. Yeah, let's extend this. Yeah, it's don't be stubborn. That's all I gotta say. Don't be stubborn, okay? It's it won't let me do it. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. No, you don't. I said, trust me. It's sure if you want to set your last sales order up there to get out at 167 ish. Not a bad idea. But after that, no dice. Okay, no dice. What other big pharma? Okay, so I did buy back a little bit of ARGX, our volatile crazy trade, right? I bought 3 times. and bigger order is down here, 360 and below. Okay, I might double up my trading allocation to this stock this time around. I'm willing to gamble twice what I put in last time because I made really good money on this move, so I can afford to maybe not double, maybe up it by 50%. Okay, so that but for me to add a whole lot, it had to come down to the 350 to 327 level. Okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna buy a whole lot. I, I think I bought all I want to for now, in case this stop. Okay, it could, but I think it might bounce and meet the 20 MA and then get the hammer. Okay, that's my kind of my expectation. So the few share I bought, I'm not willing to hold it for very long. If I see 390, I might. If I see the 20 MA, okay, right now that's where my sell order is. Okay, hey, it's still gonna buy me lunch and dinner on the few share. J&J, no. XBI, I already closed my bear spread there, so that's okay. Oh, speaking of bear spread, I still have CSX. All right, that's still I still have to next week. There's still time to January 26th. Okay, so and then of course I have XHB, my other bear play that's still out there. It's in the money now. Okay, I'm not closing yet. I have two of them. One for January 26th and one for February 2nd, the week after. So yeah, I got time. I got time. When would I close them? Of course, if I see anything below 91, I will start closing them. Ideally, I want below 90. That would maximize my profit. Yeah. So we'll see. I'm not worried. I'm not worried there. Before I go, let's talk a little bit about Bitcoin, which I don't talk about often. The pullback look like I bought back a little bit. I blow out all of my GBTC. Okay, all of them. I still have my ETHE, which is my Ethereum Grayscale, but as far as GBTC, all out. I bought back a little bit, not even close to 5% of what I had with my GBTC, so it's very small position. But I wouldn't mind accumulating into this zone here. So I'm watching BTC. I will add in earnest. How much would I add? Would I add everything back? No. Right now, I'm looking to add maybe 25% of my position into this gray zone. Okay, right now I'm not even 5%, but would I add another 20% down here? Yeah, between here and down there, I like to reacquire 25% of my position. And of course, below, yeah, can BTC break 40K? If possible, for now, 25%. That's my goal. Is if BTC get into the 40K zone, yeah. Now, GBTC, yeah, it's if you didn't sell, I'm not sure what to tell you. Okay, I was very happy to blow out all of my 40 to 43. That was my range on last week IPO thing, ETF thing, whatever. Yeah, it's out. I mean, of course, I start trimming before, all right? So I trim out. ETHE, I trim one. How much did I trim? I trim 1/7 of my position. No, take it back. 12% of my position on the pump. Would I sell more? I have a stop in for half of my remaining position at 21. Okay, so I'm not willing to give up too much. So if it drop below 21, then I'd be half out, more than half out, because I'm already sold 12%. So half of the remaining position, yeah, it's it will take me down to like maybe 40% ish of my position. But yeah, I'm not willing to give up too much. Okay, and then of course the rest would go wherever the 20 MA is, because I'm not giving up all of that. And that's about it. As always, if you want anything specific, put down in the comment section, because I only do the chart. I kind of sling it every time, because it's just too many tickers to follow. I can only think of so much to include in the chat. Okay. All right, people. Have a safe day. It looks like it's gonna be another red day, which I don't mind. Okay. This is why I have almost 40% cash. It's a big chunk of that will be used to buy, of course, TLT and GDX this Friday. Should we stay down at this level?